And he uses our players' medals for coasters for his drinks.
League emerged from its summer holiday by embracing a festive atmosphere all of its own in the shape of the second annual World Sevens tournament at the Sydney Football Stadium. English glamour club Wigan couldn't make the trip down under to defend the crown, but there were plenty of other contenders eyeing up the vacant title. Not everyone was there in search of the silverware though. The international visitors, like South Africa, the United States, Russia, Fiji, Port Moresby and Western Samoa were here to learn and entertain.
He's got round Freeman's steerman. He's going to go all the way. He's going to get there with a big dive at the end. That's what he came from South Africa to do, the young fella steerman. Defence onto him though, centre field. Levinsky now, a chance for the Russians if they can get the bounce. The defence comes along and this is what the crowd's waited for. Let's wait for the referee. Yes, sir. A try to Russia. They've finally cracked one.
Very talented young player, one of several that I mentioned earlier. Souths have on board this year. Here's the Americans putting on a real gridiron play. That wasn't forward, was it? I didn't think that was forward.
Well, the high fives are going up. The South Sydney players enjoyed it. I thought it was a line ball decision. It may have just floated forward. Fiji now get the feed 5 metres out.
Who could have imagined at the time that this unknown Fijian named Noah Nadruku would end up being the leading try scorer in the 1993 Winfield Cup?
Brace won't catch him. Noah's away. Oh boy. Can they run when they see some space?
Well, a couple of their players, like watching Farlap, when they stride out, they've got enormous strides.
After 31 matches that had yielded over 150 tries, it was Eastern Suburbs and Manly who contested the tournament decider.
Coming back to a wide blind, he gets into some space. Freeman still in front of them by a pretty big margin. He's running away from them. But I don't know whether Gary Freeman thought he had that much boot.
Hey, Savo. How you going, mate?
G'day, Spud. What are you doing here, mate?
Mate, I was just walking around the streets and I found this cheque and I can't wait to cash it.
Ah, the Sevens cheque, eh? Yeah, it belongs to the Roosters, mate. So, I think you might just have to hand it over to me, but we could probably go and cash it.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind if we had a little feed out of it, would they?
Yeah, I'm sure we could probably spend a little bit of it. Maybe half.
We'll give it a go, eh?
Let's do it.
I reckon this might be that creek that bloke went up one time without a paddle. Last time I was here, I lost my best fishing lure. I wasn't going in to get it. Too many crocodiles. Me here for the same reason I am. We're both a bit partial to barramundi. Mate of mine back in Townsville makes these barramundi lures, paints them up real flash and sells them all around Australia. I don't know. I reckon these lures catch more fishermen than fish. And my mate Dave, he reckons it's all in the art of casting the lure. It's got to be put just in the right spot. Oh yeah, Dave. And just where is the right spot? Right down their throat, he says. Right down their throat. Here we go. Hope I can get him in before the competition arrives. Not bad, eh? I'll tell you something. Doesn't get any better than this.
It didn't take too long for the return of 13-a-side football to usher in the first upset of 1993. The opening round of the Tooheys Challenge awoke Brisbane to the difficulties of defending their premiership when they were humbled by South Sydney at Lang Park. This brilliant bit of ad-lib football by Canberra propelled the Raiders into the final at the expense of cup holders Illawarra.
The ball in one motion, then Daly, then Furner. That's a great try. Oh, Ricky Stewart. That's rugby league magic.
It may have been less spectacular than the one engineered against Illawarra, but Ricky Stewart wasn't complaining when he collected this gift try in the final against Wests.
Stewart, like a thief in the night, picks up a try for Canberra. Oh no. Played by
A tardy start by the Magpies saw them trail 18-2 before they recovered to 18-all in the second half.
in Western Suburbs.
But a penalty goal and a field goal was enough to send the winner's cheque to the nation's capital.
21 points to 18. but not before. Western Suburbs gave them some palpitation.
You do something that you enjoy and something that you've done all your life, and you get paid for it. That's one good thing. But I think it's the working with the elite athletes and the achievements that you have as you go along. I know there's plenty of good and bad, but seeing them achieve, seeing them come from rookies and go through and make their representative teams and achieve, even the guys who don't, just the guys who achieve something out of the game and learn something and get something out of it, the camaraderie and those things. It's a whole element of things rather than just one particular thing. Yeah. The bus trips from Sydney to Canberra, if you've lost, is 3 hours and it seems like 6. They're the days that you want to be out of the place. But and certainly from your family's point of view, at times when you'd like to be able to just put it away, your job away, and not worry about it, and have weekends off and things like that, it'd be great. It's a tough job for a family, to have a young family, and I know it's the same with players and their wives. It's a very difficult thing because it's not just a job; it's a career, and there's a difference between a job and a career. You're thinking about it all the time. It's something that just consumes you, and I think anyone that takes on a guy that's any wife or any family that takes on a guy that is involved in this type of sport. Really has to understand. I don't think they fully understand. They say they fully understand when they come into it, but it's very difficult to live with us, I suppose. We find it difficult living with ourselves, let alone when the losses are coming and you're worrying about it. You're spending a lot of hours in the game. Yeah.
Success in the pre-season competition didn't transmit to the real thing, though, when Canberra were outplayed by St George in the opening bout of the Winfield Cup.
Bradley away. They dive for the line. McCallum. This time, let's watch him. He's given the try.
He's a good tradesman. He's got the goal.
Terry Lamb booted Canterbury home in round 1 with an amazing long-range field goal against Balmain. The New South Wales Rugby League took the code to Carlaw Park, Auckland in round 2, and the locals weren't disappointed when Canterbury eclipsed the Broncos in a first-class affair.
Now, here's Goodwin. Goodwin's 8 metres out. Gives the pass for Dimmick. It's a try.
Brisbane returned from New Zealand ready to christen their new home, ANZ Stadium. But what they weren't prepared for was a king-size upset dealt to them by the unfancied Parramatta in front of some 50,000 fans.
4 in favour of Brisbane. Galbraith turns it to Michael Butner. That time they got it down. Butner scores for Parramatta.
Manly's preparation for 1993 was severely disrupted when Graham Lowe stepped down from the coaching role just before the premiership commenced. But by round 3, Bob Fulton's influence on the young team was starting to tell. Brisbane's loss to Parramatta wasn't the end of the world for the Premiers, for they recovered to thwart Canberra 7 days later in one of the season's finest games.
He sends it back inside to Belcher. O'Neill comes to Belcher over the top to the Tuku. Reynolds out after him. Can he get him out? Pull him down, and Steve Reynolds. 2 try-stopping tackles in this match today, but it's not all over yet. Belcher goes to blindside back to the Tuku. The Tuku trying to get to that line. He's over that line, and it is a try.
Here he is. He's big baby boo-boo.
Uh-oh, it's Steven Spielberg and the crew.
Gorgeous boy.
Gorgeous boy. What happened to lights, camera, action?
He's got eyes like Tom Cruise.
Can Tom Cruise do this?
A word. Oh! What did Daddy do to his head? What?
Wonder when he'll say his first words.
First words? I've been talking to you since we started the movie.
Start your time trip now and capture the colours and sounds of a lifetime with the Handycam from Sony, the one and only.
Eastern Suburbs showed their defensive muscle in round 6 with a stirring 6-0 negation of Manly.
Go in and score. Oh, so easy in the final wash-up. Roberts.
By late April, the representative season was knocking on the door, with City accounting for country's 7-0 in a solid workout for aspirants to the New South Wales side.
Fiddler gets it away. Mackay puts it down, and there's the first point. Langer.
Round 7 saw a rematch of the 1992 Grand Final, with Brisbane again getting the verdict.
Infield, this will be a try. Khan will go around behind the uprights.
While Balmain finally managed to open their season's account,
He's had a whale of a game. Matt Munro set free, giving chasers Butner. They won't catch him. Munro scores for the
And North Sydney had their unbeaten run broken by the unpredictable Rabbits. 20 metres out, 10 metres out, back on the inside. Anybody's all. Johnny Minto kicked ahead by Lyons. He regathers and he scores.
Mackay will kick off. There it goes. We're underway. The forward clashes here will be amazing. Jackson brings it back. Almost breaks the first line of defence and gets it out 20, or about 12 metres out, I guess. Up they come again this time through Linda. The blue wall hits him hard. Back for Walters. Again, in they come. Billy Moore, he cops it this time round. Martin Bella, in they go again, the Blues. Big wall of defence. Walters, back for the kick for Belcher. Belcher steps away, now he gets the kick away. Comes out on the full though, so not the start that Gary Belcher would have been looking for.
Most of the play down here has been in the 40-metre area away from this Queensland line, and again Mackay will take it back to attack. Blues really looking to convert this early field position into some points.
So the Blues on the attack again. As Peter said, plenty of territorial advantage they've had already in this game. Up they go. Harrigan's been so busy already through this game. Every time he's handled, he's gone forward. Now Sirinen muscles and hustles a couple. Have a look at the defence though. Wrestles him down. Jackson all over the top of him. Walters in there was a Billy Moore. Billy Moore, I think, in there to lend a hand. Comes out for Daly. Daly, oh, beautiful ball on the Tim Brasher. Oh, Brasher gets the pass away. Yes, sir. Run was on. New South Wales get first one. Oh, boy, this pressure. 4-0, the kick to come. Oh, what about the kick? Never mind that.
Ben Elias is with it. Now Stewart calling Harrigan to come back in towards the dummy half area. Ben Elias got knocked over. He got in the Chiefs' road, so Harrigan ran straight over the top of him. Penalty goes to New South Wales. The ball has been raked out according to McCallum. It's right in front, 30 metres out for Wishart. 1 from 1. Away it goes, not deviating at all from the line.
He's running very freely tonight, and that's dangerous for the Blues. They scoop it out to Bella. Bella loses the ball, though. Coughs it up. Well, the referee's waving New South Wales back, and the penalty goes to Queensland.
And he's got him for offside.
There it goes, and gets the 2 points, so Queensland now on the board.
Fittler to play. Elias at acting half a game. Stewart, long pass out to Daly. Now it's with McGregor. McGregor pulled down around the legs by Langer, that's 5. Renoff was over the top. Langer gets out from marker very quickly to put some pressure on Ricky Stewart's bomb. It's up there, there's a chance here. Stewart! He's put it down! It's a try!
He switched out to Langer. Langer gets it to Meninga. He puts the ball on the tail. Stewart, Stewart's lost it. Meninga picks it up again. Big chance for Queensland now. Watch the attack from here. Linder scoops it out for Langer. Out it comes along the line. Walters belted down. Around about 4 or 5 out Queensland. They need the points. Langer scoops it out. They get it to Larson. Can he get it down? Just short by about a metre. Out it comes again to Langer across the face of the goalpost. Again, New South Wales defence works. Walters, now Langer, surely the pressure on New South Wales will die, but I think they're there. I think it's there. Waiting for Greg McCallum, yes sir. Queensland go in.
Andrew G to play it near the halfway line. No markers, a sign of tiredness. Creeping into the New South Wales forwards. This is 5. Steve Walters comes left to a wide blind. Belcher's there. Now it's down towards the New South Wales 20-metre line. Mark Coyne on the field, and he was the man that handled. They grab a kick along, and it finds the line just a metre out. Langer. Kevin Walters, short pass for Meninga, raked ahead by Belcher, and that was Salvatore going across in cover. Tremendous tackle by Salvatore. Now Billy Moore, that's very hard tackling by Harrigan. Play by Billy Moore, away for Alan Langer. Inside pass, Kevin Walters, he's into space, he's got 30 metres to go. Alfie Langer puts his ears back. leaves the ball on the ground behind him when tackled. New South Wales, it's cleaned up by Roberts. Penalty goes to the Blues now. Harrigan tackled 30 metres out from the Blues line.
So back they come, the Blues. McGregor with half a little step there to go through. Oh, Queensland very unlucky not to convert to 6 points there with that break as Daly belts it downfield now. Belcher will come across to pick it up. Had a good game again, Gary Belcher tonight. Gets caught this time, gets it out for Willie Kahn. Willie Kahn out of the first. They come at him the second time and pin him back this time. McGregor underneath. So Queensland now running it out of their danger zone. Hancock. Don't you just love the determination of Hancock? Look at this. Still on his feet. Now they belt him down. Takes offence at being tackled every time, Hancock.
Yeah, and he's just given a penalty away. Dumb.
Right
Absolutely
in front of the post.
Stupid play by Mick Hancock. And watch what he does. Shoves and pushes and gives away a penalty.
Yeah, he's taking plenty of time over this one.
There it goes. Gets the 2 points. 14-6 now, the Blues over the Maroons. Elias back for Stewart. Stewart drives it down. Taken nicely though by Kahn. Kahn unloads to Belcher. Belcher starts to stride downfield. Takes the tackle though, short of the halfway line by about a metre. It comes out to Langer. Langer now. Nice work here by Queensland. They get it to Coyne, but Coyne wrapped up. This New South Wales defence has just been fantastic. No other way you could describe it. It's been everywhere. Larson. David Fairley. He has been fantastic tonight. The amount of work he's got through. Comes on to Belcher. Back from Meninga. Meninga out of one, but straight away they're onto him. Harrigan wraps him up, ball with all the help of Elias. Langer. Out for Larson. Larson cruising, looking for support. He gets it to Wallers. Wallers out of one. Almost gets underneath the second. Daly wraps him up. Comes back to brother Wallers. Now it goes on to Langer. The little man. What can he do? He gets it on to Meninga. They got a chance here. Numbers out wide. Kahn's got to go back for it. Now Kahn steps. Can he get there? He does. Queensland's gone in. Willie Kahn with a great individual try.
Alan Langer saw that they didn't have the required numbers there. That pass, as Paul pointed out, was touched, so they had another set of 6 anyway. But Willie Kahn, look at the determination. Great work, yes, great work.
7 minutes of time remaining. Langer short ball away for G. Meninga promotes. Willie Kahn goes down the sideline, and then great defence out there by Glenn Lazarus. Roberts was involved as well. Langer makes the half break. Gets his pass away. That was touched by New South Wales. McCallum rules accordingly. Bella gives the pass for Dale Shearer. Shearer is put down by Roberts. Ian Roberts is dragging himself to his feet. He's really worked himself to a standstill. Now Steve Walters. They're 9 metres out from the line. Even less than that. Away was a knock on there from Linda, a dummy half. I thought there might have been. They're over but held up. So the scrum will barely have time to pack. Ricky Stewart takes his time. He feeds, it's the same tunnel, and McCallum wants it again. There's the siren in the background. McCallum still wants the scrum to be fed by Rick Stewart. He does that, he'll take the last tackle, and McCallum blows full time. The New South Wales Tooheys Blues have won their first State of Origin at Lang Park since June 1987.
Well, it's forum time, and what's this month's $64 question?
Well, we're asking everyone whether they think the State of Origin has overtaken the grand final as the major event in the league calendar.
What do you reckon, Bob?
Well, I think the State of Origin's a great game, it's a great football, probably the best players out in the field at the one time, but there's always a place for a grand final, and I think it's still a major event.
Yeah, I agree. I think the grand final is still the optimum the best thing you can possibly do in rugby league, and for my money, I think the grand finals are still number one.
It's not the grand final, but Canterbury will win anyway.
Yes. Yep. It's more atmosphere.
I think State of Origin has definitely erupted into the greatest game of all. It's a fantastic game. All the supporters love it, and we'll be here, dead rubber or not. We love it. Go you Blues! Go you Blues! Go you Blues!
Well, I think you could almost say that. Yeah, I think it's certainly an event that equals the grand final, I reckon. Anyway.
I think the State of Origin means more to more people than the grand final, but from a playing point of view, I think that the grand final is still, probably can't be surpassed in rugby league. I think that's still the pinnacle. But certainly from the supporters' point of view, it means more for more people, the State of Origin, than the grand final does.
Without a doubt, yeah. It's number one by so far it doesn't matter. And the main problem is they haven't got a ground, obviously, as we look at the crowd here, it's big enough to house them. So bring on Sydney 2000 for our 80,000 capacity stadium. That's what we need.
Of course.
I think so.
And Anzac Day.
It depends if your own team is in the grand final.
I think it's getting that way. I don't think it's quite reached there yet, but I think it will.
Well, not in the minds of people that play in grand finals, I don't suppose it is, but it is the premier event in rugby league because it's the assembly of all the talent that the game has to offer, whereas the grand final necessarily isn't. It's just the assembly of the two teams that have performed the best at club level. So yes, it is the premier event, and I suppose in the minds of many people, it's taken over as the major event in rugby.
As far as the spectators are concerned, it certainly has. For television audiences, those who normally don't take any notice of the rugby league, they will watch the State of Origin. But as far as the players are concerned, I'm sure the winning of the Winfield Cup still remains the number one priority.
Clearly, the superior players are on display, whereas the grand final in essence is just a club match. This is the pinnacle of rugby league, this match. Thank you and good night.
There's a new day dawning. You feel it in the air. The world is growing closer. You see it everywhere.
Cathay Pacific, helping the new world of international travelers arrive in better shape.
There's a new
Well, Bob, this is my favourite part of the big league video. It's because we get to relive the night where the Blues wrapped up the 1993 State of Origin series.
Well, I'm really happy for you, Paul.
Well, you sound very sincere about that, Bob.
Well, let's face it, the better side did lose.
You've got to be joking.
No, I'm not. I'm not exactly doing handstands over the results. But what's done is done, and it certainly was a classic game of...
Left to right. Brunker starts Origin 2. Lazarus taken in the first tackle, 20 metres out from his own line. Mackay now. Harrigan wedging back in behind the play the ball. Early kick for Stewart. Bouncing down for Dale Shearer back on his 20-metre line. A little bit worse than that. The Blues go up and they take Shearer, but they're inside the 10. Penalty goes to Queensland. Now Langer held it back, gave Walters a chance. 12 metres from the line. Back and away for Langer on the right. He kicks for the outside backs. Here's a try. No, he's offside. He's in front of the kicker.
And this will show it very nicely.
I reckon he's onside.
Looking at it from that angle.
He's dead set onside, it's a try.
No, it's not.
Stewart again, sending Harrigan back into the traffic zone. He loses the ball.
Trevor Gilmeister. Unbelievable. That's what he's there for.
Carr, Langer, Walters, Meninga, Shearer, the runaround with Meninga. Brunker's outside the big fella. He's tackled 20 metres out. The Maroons looking hot now. Kevin Walters. Martin Bella. Got a pass away. Forward pass to home. Now it's Kevin Walters. Now Bobby Linder. Now Alan Langer. Mel Meninga.
Oh,
no! Did he have to pass?
Oh, he scores himself, Mel.
Here's Mel going for the line. ET's come in. Unmarked is Brunker, and he spills the pill.
22 metres away from the line. Langer, long pass. Walters round the back. Moore. Dale Shearer floats out a miraculous pass for Brunker. Brunker comes to Brasher and he's put down. 9 metres out from the line.
6 minutes to go to half-time.
Langer fading across the ground. This is the last tackle. Walters. Meninga floats the pass out for Shearer. Here comes the try. No, he's denied the try.
Oh, no.
Eddie Ward says he lost it.
All Rowdy Shearer had to do was put the ball
away for Stewart. Cuts out Harrigan, finds Daly. Then Brad Fittler. Fittler to Mackay. Mackay pulled down. Oh, great tackle. Great tackle. It was Mark Coyne. Now they spread it. Stewart wide. Lazarus. Lazarus is 8 metres out. Wrapped up and tackled.
They'll go straight back the other way.
Gillespie. Daly. Brasher is down injured. Daly. Daly. He does it himself. Louis Daly puts it over the line.
A big left foot step. We've got a game now going. Hone missed him, so did Walters. Lindner, over goes Laurie.
Now they're talking, Steve.
They certainly are, Ray.
Harrigan, he's tackled 30 metres out from the New South Wales line. Long ball required. McCormick delivered for Stewart.
Was touched. Play on.
Here's a chance. Fittler, Mackay. Oh, he'll score. The easiest of tries.
The fortunes of rugby league. It was touched by one of the Queensland players. Ricky Stewart looking to drive the ball deep.
So New South Wales continuing to lead by 4. Trailed 6-0 at the break. Daly gives McGregor a run. McGregor, he's got support. Here's Eddinghausen. He puts it down. Shearer comes back.
Go, Rowdy.
Shearer with a long run for Queensland. And he's into touch. Stewart. Long pass. Good hands, Daly. Now over the top for Eddinghausen. Inside pass for Brasher. Brasher, 15 out. Turns it away for McGregor. McGregor's tackled. 7 metres from the line. Penalty to New South Wales. And it's the sin bin.
Mark Coyne, 10 minutes in the sin bin.
Great defence. Alan Langer was everywhere on the park then, making covering tackles, and now they counter-attack.
It's Julian O'Neill, is it, in 14?
Yeah, Brugger's off. O'Neill's on.
35 out from his own line. Youngest player on the field, Julian O'Neill. Dale Shearer, good pass. Langer, Walters. Now look at them go. Darren Smith is 15 out. He passes, and New South Wales come up with it. 12 minutes to go. New South Wales leading by 4. McGregor!
Eddinghausen inside!
Down the ground! Eddinghausen's away! Shearer chases and makes the tackle! Oh, great work! Tremendous work by Shearer! But Wishart will score! Wishart scores for New South Wales! What an incredible game! Mark Coyne is getting ready to come back on. Langer tries to do it himself. Coyne is back there now. Kevin Walters steps and gets away. It's a try. Kevin Walters.
Here they come.
Adjacent to the uprights.
I think you'll find that New South Wales thought they had this game won. You'll also find that Glenn Lazarus had a little bit of trouble with the referee.
1 minute and 15 seconds to go. Langer across for Dale Shearer. Back for Kevin Walters and away for Steve Jackson. Now for Gilmeister. Meninga. He gives Bobby Linder a chance out there on the right wing. Back for Meninga. Meninga. He's over the halfway. He's got 30 to go. He draws the defence. Gives it to Mark Hone. But Hone gives the pass. 12 seconds remaining. The series has been won by the New South Wales Blues. There goes the roar from the crowd. 16 to 12, it's all over.
Lang Park becomes academic.
We'll go there anyway, Ray.
That's for sure. You wouldn't miss one of these, would you?
Well, seeing you're such a nice bloke, Bob, and despite the fact you are a Queenslander, I'm going to give you permission to replay the third State of Origin.
Well, it's awfully kind of you, Paul. But I must admit, it was a special game for me. It was my last game, and it was great to go out with a win. But one question I have for you is what provoked that little dust-up you had there with Marty Bella?
Mate, nothing special. We're just airing our political differences.
Willie Kahn brings it back for Queensland and bang, thump, drag back straight away. Fittler on to Stewart. Stewart shows it, turns it back inside to David Fairley. And this crowd cheering every tackle at the moment. Stewart puts it up high, and it's got plenty of height to up they go. Oh, loose ball, bouncing ball. Still bouncing into the ground, and we'll wait and see what's happening. Try time.
Larson playing it. The ball swept away by Walters. Forward pass to Linda. Linda goes down to the Blues 20-metre line. Interfered with playing the ball. McCallum says play on. Langer out wide. Meninga to the 10-metre line. Shearer, he gets it away. Julian O'Neill, he's wrapped up. 5 gone. Langer. The bomb in the air, it's a good one. Down they come with it. Stacks on the mill.
Try time.
I think it might be try time. Yes! Queensland get their try.
There's a blue on the background.
So a big stink on over on the other side of the ground. Harrigan and Bella having a go at it. Standing there trading one.
Go, boys.
For one. Nothing wrong with that. Two big men having a go. Blowing off a bit of steam. There's a bit in the background. Walters and Elias.
There's a couple of blokes don't like each other. Now they're into it. Walters and Elias.
It's on now. It's on. Look at Bella. Look at the eyes of Bella. Oh, fired up, big Barney. The chief says if you want to go, I'll go with you.
Well, I respect Martin's courage, but he's picked the wrong man, hasn't he?
Oh, dear,
if you're going to have a choice there, he's the last man in line, Paul Harrigan.
Ricky Stewart, long pass out to Brad Fittler, throws the dummy, turns it inside for Harrigan. Harrigan, yes! Yes, the young Novocastrian, he scores a try.
It ended up being some lazy defence there, didn't it, Paul? Queensland had been under attack for a while, and Brad Fittler keeping the ball alive. Harrigan an awesome sight.
Dale Shearer brings it off his 20. Fittler and Daly combined to put him down. No markers. Langer! Langer's in a hole. Langer finds Coyne. Coyne finds Shearer. Shearer tackled by Ettinghausen. Tremendous stuff here at Lang Park. Kevin Walters away now for a try coming up. Steve Walters scores. 12 points all.
And Kevin Walters it was. Sets a nice pass up for his brother Steve. And Steve head down, over he goes.
The Maroons are coming home. Big and strong on a wet sail. It comes out now wide through Walters onto Shearer. What a match he's had tonight. He turns it back inside to Meninga. He keeps it alive to Billy Moore. And still they come Queensland. 28 metres out from the Blues line. And they're on a roll now. Comes out to Langer. What a player. He's almost through again and just couldn't get it away. The Blues are on a rack as Smith goes now. He turns it back on to Bobby Linda. Linda charges and he's got there. Very well from Bobby Linda. Oh, what a try. An individual try from Bobby Linda.
Well, when a side begins to get tired, what happens around the marker area is that you only get one marker or a tired marker or someone who doesn't work. Scott Goulet was there by himself and that allowed Darren Smith to get out of that area.
Unload it now. This is Larson. Oh, if he can unload, Larson's still going. Oh, he's strong, the North Sydney Bear. And there he is, field position, right in front of the post. It comes out through Walters. Here they go again, Queensland. It comes up to Coyne. Coyne turns to unload but can't. 10 metres out. Watch for the kick. It goes to Walters, there's a little stab, Eddie House will clean it up, and he loses the ball! Oh no! He's lost the ball and Willie Kahn has got it down for Queensland! Can you believe it?
There goes the roar. McCallum says that's enough. Queensland wins State of Origin 3, 24-12. New South Wales wins the series.
South Sydney giant Mark Carroll may have missed out on a New South Wales berth, but at least he can claim the right to the season's most bizarre play.
And I'll tell you what, he's got it. That's a miracle kick by Mark Carroll. Look at the smile on his face.
Round 8 belonged to North Sydney when they clocked Brisbane by 40-20.
Dumps away from Hone. He'll score, will he? No. Yes. Yes. Volley. Try.
But round 9 witnessed a disastrous return to the Winfield Cup by fragile Englishman Martin Afire. He lasted just 55 minutes with the Roosters. There was a new outright competition leader by the end of round 10, with North riding high on the boot of Darryl Halligan. However, a week later, Saints were back on top when they outclassed Western Suburbs in Melbourne, and the Bears fell victim to Cronulla at Caltex Field.
They're dropping off plenty of tackles, Western Suburbs. Goulet slams it down.
The unluckiest loss of 1993 was recorded by East in round 11 when they were unfairly denied a match-winning try against Brisbane at the football stadium. Brisbane's escape allowed them to hang on to 5th spot and gave the top 5 a clean break from the rest of the field for the first time in the season. Even without the services of skipper Mal Meninga for the first test after his suspension for elbowing Manly centre John Devereaux, Australia was expected to win the Trans-Tasman series against New Zealand comfortably. However, the Kiwis played inspirational football at Mount Smart Stadium and were perhaps unlucky not to come away with something better than a 14-all draw.
Behind the line, Hobby gets a good bounce. What a great try. Langer's there if they want.
I'll take the field goal and cut my losses here.
It's Daly. Daly grabs it. Locked together. Unbelievable stuff. They keep their cool.
Well, Ciro, you're over at my place. You've been for a swim. Put the big buttocks in there. Give them the cool down. I mean, what are you actually doing here? You know, and why have you got that football?
Well, listen, mate, I actually found this footy at Palmerston North.
Yeah.
And thought I'd better return it. Apparently, there was a fair few people looking for it.
There was, actually. And did you stick up your jumper or what?
Actually,
what did you do? How did you get away? How did you get out of the ground with
I souvenirred this ball and 4 others.
And they were in your buttocks?
They were all down the back of the shorts. Okay, that's what they were. You thought I
No one would have noticed.
Big backside, that's true.
Yeah. I wonder why I couldn't tackle you from behind.
They're down to the last. Daly to Meninga. Lindner to Clyde. Just too much pressure. Kemp inside to McCracken. Gets rid of one. McCracken gets rid of 2. Gets it out to Kemp. Kemp inside to Freeman. What a try! Gary Freeman sends this test into a real showdown. Australia just win.
In spite of their first test effort, the brave Kiwis were overcome by Australia's class in the second and third tests.
Well, I was going to say, would Watson be able to stop him? He was put off balance by Tudor. Daly! Daly! Beautiful ball! It's gone! This is the domain that normally belongs to Langer and Daly. Inside the 20. Now they go to their big back line. Meninga flying onto it. Inside, Fittler under the post. Brilliantly worked. Punishing defence this time from Gavin Hill. Roberts took the full brunt of that one. Langer is extra wide. Great ball out from Steve Walters. Daly. Again Meninga on the inside. He steps clear. Meninga brings the house down.
On the same day that Australia and New Zealand battled out the first test, Rugby League took its first steps onto the Sydney Cricket Ground since 1987, when Souths and Balmain replayed the 1969 Grand Final.
Gets the pass away. Davis goes in.
And down the road at Cogra, St George continued their march towards the playoffs with a crushing defeat of Eastern Suburbs. Back on the inside, Coyne, he finds support and Hardy scores! Brisbane turned on the lights at ANZ Stadium for the first time in round 12 and attracted some 55,000 fans, despite missing their test stars against the last-placed Seagulls. The most dramatic afternoon of the 93 Winfield Cup occurred when Norths came from 17-0 down to pip an undisciplined Canterbury in round 13.
Now he's marking the spot. This is going to be an 8-point up. He will mark the centre of the uprights with a touch judge, indicating that he's going to rule an 8-point try. Well, I wonder how his confidence is, Craig Makepeace. He hasn't been able to kick a goal from 4 or 5 attempts. This one he gets though from right in front.
There was no shortage of drama the following week at Cogra Oval either, when a late Noel Goldthorpe field goal sunk Manly in controversial circumstances.
Well, they go back to him now. It's Goldthorpe in centre field, a wobbly looking kick. It's over. It's over.
With their backline running hot, field goals weren't necessary for the Brisbane Broncos when they reached 50 points for the first time in the club's history against the hapless Rabbits.
Finds O'Neill, then Langer, now Khan, and Khan gets number 3, is it? Willie Khan puts it down.
The City of Adelaide welcomed the return of rugby league in round 16, but it wasn't a visit for St George to cherish, as they were crushed by Canberra 30-2. The most bizarre match of 1993 had to be the round 16 clash between Brisbane and Cronulla, which saw the Sharks come from 30 points down with only 12 men to end up 38-34 losers. Manly's brilliant charge home to the semi-finals was gathering steam by now, and it was North Sydney who felt the smoke blowing in their direction when thumped 26-10 at Brookvale Oval. Another of the season's most amazing revivals was provided by Balmain against Canberra in round 18 when they came from 32-6 behind to force an astonishing 32-all draw.
Lyons is in! It's 32-30 with the kick to come! What a comeback from the Balmain Tigers!
But there were no comebacks from Gary Freeman when the Eastern Suburbs management learned of his late-season marriage to Penrith. After this match against West, Freeman became a Panther for 1994, but wasn't needed as a Rooster anymore in 93. August the 8th was indeed a fortunate day for Manly Warringah. First, they escaped from Newcastle with a thrilling victory after a shocking missed goal by Adrian Brunker.
Very important kick here from Adrian Brunker. He has 1 from 4 for the afternoon so far. Strikes and he missed it.
Oh, he could have thrown it over from there.
And then they learned of North Sydney's loss to West. 5th and 6th positions on the ladder had just changed hands.
Played them for most of the afternoon, and this looks like going to be another try, yes. Russell Wire finishes off a good backline movement.
After dipping out of the top 5 for the first time all season, North would have been expected to launch a bold restoration plan, yet instead they surrendered meekly and were finally exterminated in round 21 against Illawarra.
Is it a fair try? Referee McCallum awards it.
Manly ensured themselves of a finals berth the following day by outflanking Easts.
For Hasler to get to Lyons. Inside for Ryan. Ryan for the line. And a try for Manly.
While St George steadied their teetering ship with a solid defeat of Canterbury.
Goldthorpe. Goulet. They've got the numbers. Goldberg for the corner.
Recording the biggest win in the club's history should have been a joyous day for Canberra, but instead almost a day of mourning, thanks to a terrible ankle injury suffered by Ricky Stewart. The Raiders' title hopes nosedived at that point, But at least Stewart had the consolation of winning the Rothmans Medal and Dally M Player of the Year awards soon after. While the final 5 was settled at the end of round 21, semi-final placings were still open to contest going into the last home and away weekend of 93. And it was Saints and Canterbury who showed the greater determination to be elevated.
Before we digest the finest footy from the semi-final series, let's recount the 5 tries which did the most to send our pulses racing in 1993.
Confusion with Hone. That pass finally slipping across to Hone. Madison keeps it alive. Good hands, Walters. Now Johns offloading, putting the pressure on the defence to stay with them. Renoff got the rebound. Play on. 6 more tackles from Hancock. The pass looked to touch forward. Renoff elusive. He is a tremendous stepper, Steve Renoff.
The fans at Leichhardt have enjoyed every moment of this from the time they scored their first try in the 16th minute. Geyer, who's had a blinder, got it away to Munro. Quick hands and away it comes to Sinclair. Oh, look how easy that was. Lovely little dummy. Support on the inside. Will Robinson's there. Robinson, can he get it away? Yes, big mark. Geyer scores a try.
Fittler. Alexander. Out and around. Support with him. Nathan Barnes on his outside. Comes back inside. Oh, Alexander. Great try. Touch of the old fella there.
North Sydney haven't had too many problems making breaks as Stewart sees a gap in behind.
Ah, great work by Stewart. He caught the ball, passed in one motion. It came back inside from Nandruka. Outside for Clyde. Further on it goes for Sean Hoppy. This is a great try. The Raiders are in again.
Stewart, Mullins saw Rodwell coming. Still going, Brett Mullins. He was in trouble. Nagus is away. Rodwell got him. Stewart backs up and he's off. Support inside from Steve Stone. Skiffle and he's there. The pass for Belcher. Well taken. And it goes to Stewart. Ricky Stewart stepping. He goes again and Stewart scores a brilliant try.
The best thing to ever happen.
What do Fatty Horton, Moose Mossop, Blocko Roach, Roy Masters, Debbie Spillane, John Gibbs, Zorba, Hollywood and Peter Flamingos have in common? This season, they're all giving their Footy Tab tips every week. This season they are the Footy Tab Big Mouths. To challenge these big mouths, all you have to do is... put your money where your mouth is. Footy Tab. Entries close 7:30 p.m. Footy Tab, Friday.
Well, my ambitions would be to cement a spot in first grade, you know, for now and for years to come. Then win a first grade premiership and play representative football. It's been beyond my expectations. I only really sort of thought I'd get a run here and there in first grade this year, but as it's turned out, they've been shorter wingers and I've been able to fill the shoes all right. So I'd say I'd be a lot better at being a young player at Manly than what it would be at other clubs because, firstly, you know, the coach there, he places a lot of confidence in himself, as long as the other senior players like John Jones and Matthew Ridgey and Roberts, you know, and the like, you know, they're all great and they really make you fit in well.
When the playoffs kicked off, it was Brisbane and St George who were running hot, providing the greatest clue yet as to who the eventual grand finalists would be.
He goes into a giant hole. Here's Madison. He's on his way. Elscourt brings him down. Is it a double movement? Is it a double movement?
I don't think it is, and he's done his shoulder.
Try has been awarded. Madison's done his shoulder into the bargain. Coyne. He got around Croker. Coyne's very fast. So is Walford. So is Potter. Potter. He scores. Second try of the day for the Dragons. Michael Potter in his farewell year.
For most of 1993, the pundits were tipping a Canberra-Brisbane grand final. However, the script didn't go according to the plan, and the two glamour clubs were forced to clash in the minor semi-final.
Nandruka on Sailor. Sailor. He goes in to score.
They're gone, the Raiders. It's all over. Callum indicates...
Saints were first into the grand final with a thorough disposal of minor premiers Canterbury.
Scurrying through. Oh, miraculous stuff. And Goulet. Oh, Goulet. He puts it down. Mark Coyne. Fair dinkum. He's Houdini.
The preliminary final was a classic game of football, and after an almighty struggle, the Brisbane Broncos had managed to keep their premiership defence afloat for at least another week.
Now, Kevin Walters. Now, it's Steve Grenell.